Well, today this is about the master naturalists who are the guides for the trail, and we are members of the Upstate Master Naturalist, which means that we have been through this learning program at Clemson University, and they didn't throw us out.
The lake was built in the early 70s. I remember about 71, 72. I'm not exactly sure when they started filling it up, but it was about that time. About 20 years ago, knowing how important the Oconee Bell is, they started this trail. One of our guides, John Gart, was a botanist for Duke Energy, and he's one of the people who helped develop the trail. And that's because Oconee Bell is a very rare plant. And I know, you'll look at it and say, rare, this is not rare, it's abundant, it's all over the place here. But it is rare in the fact that it is only in some very small pockets. This particular species is here, and then when it's very, very, very similar in at the headwater of the Catawba River in North Carolina, McDowell County. The trail is about a mile. By the French government to America to look for rare species that would be of value to the French. So he would collect these things, and basically he made like biological slide type things. I visualize like press plates. And he came through here in June of 87. And then he came back through in December of 1788. And that's what he collected when he came on his second trip in December. But visualize, he started in Charleston. I think he spent some time with the Middletons, the Middleton Plantation, and actually brought them the first camellias that came to America were planted at the Middleton Plantation, brought over by Andrew Michaud. Made the little like these slides, took them back to France. They were in the herbarium in France, and 50 years later, Asher Gray, who was a Harvard professor, goes to France, sees these slides, and realizes this is a plant I don't know. It had the leaves, the roots, and the seed pods for that plant. Were in these slides, and it had written on it, found in the high mountains of the Carolinas. So Asher Gray says, I'm going to name this for my friend Dr. Shortia. So he wrote up the official description and named it the Galaxfolia Shortia. And at that point in time, he started looking for it, and being the renowned botanist, and he was looking for it, then everybody else started looking for it, and it kind of became the holy grail of plants. All these botanists were out here searching for this plant in the high mountains of the Carolinas. But think about, Michaud was coming up from Charleston, when he got here, and, I think it was the North Carolina state line. Did not find anything. Now, as we get down here, please stay on the trail off of the Oconee Bell.
Oconee Bell.
Arctic relic. They came with the glaciers. When the glaciers melted, they left them in certain little pods that the conditions were exactly perfect. And I told you that, Asher Gray is out here looking for this thing. A trout fisherman, a 17-year-old trout fisherman named George Hines, came across this plant he didn't know, and it was in April, early April, so it was in bloom. This is the first time we've had anybody say, oh, I saw it in bloom. He took it to his father, who had a nursery, and he said, you know, I know what this is. And so he started selling it as sparkling early plant. This is called trailing arbutus, and usually you see it on the banks like this. All right, and notice it has like this, it's just budding here, but it has like really sweet little white clusters of flowers on there. At one point in time, that whole hill right over there was completely covered, but they have basically just been like loved to death.
This is my book called Jocassee Valley. I am a native of the area. My home place is now 300 feet underwater. Yes, I have a website for Jocassee Valley. It's jocasseevalley.com. I'll spell it for you. Jocassee Valley, VALLEY.com.